Yeah.
He got everyone hyped up and riled up, got everyone gassed, made them think, yeah, I'm gonna be at the event, and then he let his goonies just go there and just.
And they still tried to claim that they're not racist though.
Fam, they got stopped out.
Delusional.
Did they actually though?
Yeah, they did.
They got stopped out. No, they got stopped out for real.
Yeah, they got stopped out.
Do you know what? Did you see the video? What I find really annoying about the way that the media perceives things, they were literally fighting police officers.
Yeah, they were.
Before
the black people came, they were just fighting the police officers. They were like, fuck it, they ain't here. Let's just fuck up the police officers instead. That's what they basically just done.
Literally, like they were literally fighting the police officers, and then black people were peacefully protesting. And I saw Sky News. I just remember seeing it. They used videos of injured EDL members to make them look like the victims, and then obviously understandably hyped up and angry Black Lives Matter people. So it made the Black Lives Matter people look like they were the aggressors in the situation, although members of the EDL were actually coming from outside of London into London with weapons for the purpose of starting a problem. Yeah, literally come from the purpose of starting a problem. So it just kind of makes you think, like,
I can't remember what word
they were only coming for what?
Yeah, exactly.
Only.
And they weren't targeted in the same way.
Yeah.
Like, say black people were to do the same thing. Yeah,
they tried so hard.
Don't get stopped when they try to go on the train. What do you mean? Get stopped at the train station.
Yeah, real talk.
They choose the type of words they use
Based on the race of the people that are, That's really annoying, man. Very, very annoying. Very annoying, but and even the statues as well. Like they were trying to apparently they came to protect the statues.
Yeah, they came to protect the statues. They were looking like idiots though. There was like 10 of them. If people actually came to take it down, they would have just got fucked up.
Yeah, they covered it up anyway. They protected it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there was a statue of a slave trader in Bristol. I've even forgotten his name.
They
got dashed in the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they pulled it out the river. They pulled it out still.
I don't think it wasn't. It wasn't Churchill.
I forgot his name.
It was a slave trader.
Yeah, it was a slave trader. They pulled it out, but I think they put it in a museum or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they put it in a museum.
Yeah.
They pulled it out and put it in a museum.
They also took another slave trader statue off in Canary Wharf. I forgot his name.
I forgot both of their names. But the thing is though, what I don't understand, is after hearing why we've taken it down, why would you want to defend something like that? Like, why would you still be proud of something like that? Even if they've done good. These people owned...
Because they don't care. They don't care about this.
So many people.
Yeah.
They see it as a threat to the institution. Oh, but Winston Churchill, he helped us in the World War. It's like... It's revisionist history, you're viewing history in one way and you want to promote this
pick and choose parts of whatever.
Yeah, pick and choose, Yeah, but that's what they're doing with us as well, like, especially with the whole, like, George Floyd situation, that they were just picking and choosing. They started, like, looking at his past and his, like, criminal record.
Which is irrelevant.
And it's irrelevant.
The man was murdered.
He got a driving ticket back in 1998.
Exactly.
What relevance does that have to the story?
Completely irrelevant.
But we know why. It's because they'll try to find any reason to justify.
To criminalise him, to make him look, to discredit the movement, and to make him look like he deserved to die. That's the root of it. It's complete nonsense.
Yeah, it's just horrible, man.
I think one thing we can say is that the death of George Floyd worldwide has sparked a lot of questions. It's created a lot of questions to be asked, a lot of conversations to be had. I've heard that policy is being changed. So in a lot of places in America, hold on, wait for this guy to get past.
This guy, man.
Yeah, in a lot of places in America, obviously they believe in the Confederacy, and the Confederacy, the whole history of it is quite racist. Like they wanted to own slaves pretty much, but they've taken down a lot of Confederate statues. They've taken down a lot of Confederate flags in a lot of areas. They created a law called Breonna's Law, and I'm not sure if anyone knows about Breonna Taylor.
I think one of the police that killed her was fired, or I think only one of them
fired but not convicted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Fired, but like they broke into the house, the wrong house, thinking there was a drug dealer in there. There wasn't. Obviously, the boyfriend, because it's a stand your ground state, he shot, protected, or from what he thought was intruders, and then like he got taken to prison, and she ended up dying in a
Yeah, that's mad.
Wake up, like
how many officers came to the house again?
I think it was 3 officers.
3, and
it was the wrong house, and it was the wrong house.
Only one got fired.
Yeah, I think only one got fired.
I know about that because it wasn't only just the wrong house. also the person that they were looking for was already in prison.
Yeah, he had
already
been
in prison.
arrested
He was
like 4
already
hours
arrested.
earlier. Yeah, he'd been arrested like 4 hours earlier.
And then he just proceeded to shoot at the woman repeatedly. 9 times they shot her.
That's
Repeatedly, you know.
That sounds like an
crazy.
attempted murder.
Yeah, that's an attempt. They wanted to just kill her.
Yeah, because the thing in America, and the police in America, they're trained to kill, innit?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean, sorry, shoot to kill. Yeah. So they just load the whole clip. They unload the whole clip, fam.
It's-
So
You don't
it's
need
just
to kill
it's just
someone
whole.
and shoot someone 9 times to kill them, man. Like, you can to fit
Exactly.
them
They're
down.
having fun. They're having fun with it at this point.
It's,
Like,
I think
mental
it's the point of like, from what I've understood, right? So I've watched a lot of interviews with actual American police officers, and I've seen them talking like it will be from a departmental level. So like the head of the department will be speaking. Officers. Sometimes I saw one video, an undercover officer.
Yeah.
So he hid his identity because he wanted to basically expose corruption, but he knew that if his identity was revealed, he would have been fired. He would have lost his job.
Yeah.
I'm
But
being killed.
they were talking about how they are not really trained to de-escalate a situation. And they also have a thing called policing for profit in America as well. So in most states, the prison population are required to be filled to maximum capacity.
Yeah.
So that means that they will start putting pressure on the officers going out into the streets. They say you need to have a quota, like you need to have a certain amount of people that you arrest
they got a quota.
every day.
Yeah.
So what do they start doing? They start targeting the financially weakest, like the black and the brown people, like the black, the Hispanic.
Yeah,
which is
true.
why
it's
predominantly
deeply rooted. Into
Yeah, which is
that.
predominantly why there's such a heavy policing presence in like the poorer ethnic minority areas. It's on purpose, like it's all for the sake of like policing for profit.
Exactly, and the government's involved in this as well because they're actually investing billions into these different police departments. And
They
yet
have
they
military-grade
got so much
weapons.
money, yet they haven't got money to like invest in
They have a tank.
in
they
black
have tanks.
people and exactly.
What is this?
So
Exactly. What are you gonna need a
education.
tank for?
It means you
Huh?
take
What are you gonna
money
need a
away
tank
from police systems and you give it to
Stupid.
housing and programs that help
they're
people
paying
Yeah.
to defund. Yes.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
In New York, they were putting like, I can't remember if it was either 600 million or 6 billion.
No, 6
6
billion.
billion,
it's 6
6
billion.
billion.
It's 6
They
billion.
were putting
It's
$6
They
billion
put
dollars.
billions
Yeah,
into the police.
yeah,
Six
billion.
into what deep?
Billions.
One state.
Yeah.
That's just
One state, we're putting
just
6
New York.
billion into the police.
That's just the
Yeah.
state of New York.
Yeah.
For what? What was this? Where was this? How was this balanced out?
So again,
How was it balanced out? You know?
I don't exactly know how it was.
If you look at it, a huge part of there's no balance. A huge
balance,
proportion of
yeah.
it is for policing.
Exactly.
That's, if you look at a pie chart, if you
6
divide it up.
billion.
6
But
billion.
these are the same
One
people.
state's police
These are the
force.
same people that will name a road George Floyd. These are the same people that will put make
It's performative.
Huge, it's all performative.
performative,
Huge
it's
statements saying,
performative.
okay, let's do this to appease the people, but we're not going to make policy changes. But we're not going to change where we put the money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
And back to your point, I want to talk about two things, which is one, policing culture. The fact that there was that video going around of the old white man that was pushed down to the ground,
Yes.
and all of the other policemen said, "Oh, if you
No, hell
if you
no, I ain't
punish
gonna
go there.
these
You don't know,
two,
go
the
there.
two that did it, we will all resign."
Oh yeah.
That is
Right, like
it's like a blue
50%.
it's like a blue wall
If
of silence.
You,
Bring
if
it
you
up. You
hurt
can go off it
the
if you
police
want.
guys,
Those police
there is
officers.
such a strong union.
Yeah.
The police is such a strong union
Yeah.
that the only way, I personally believe, is to abolish it and get rid of it because
I think
it's
so.
inherently racist in its structure. It's
Yeah, it
inherently
is.
racist in how it began.
It started out as a
inherently
slave catching patrol.
Racist.
Yeah. The police haven't existed for that long. Think about it.
In America, right? If you look at the sheriff or deputy star,
Yeah.
it literally started out as a slave catching patrol. That's the
Yeah,
history of police in the United States. So from its very
true.
beginning, it's been racist from the very
Yeah.
like
Isn't
start.
Abraham Lincoln? He said that
Is
the only people that should be slaves are those in prison, or like that's the only people who should take part in slavery. I don't know.
In the 14th Amendment.
Yeah, something to
14th
do with
Amendment,
that.
yeah.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is that obviously the best place to have slavery is by putting black people in prison and making them do work for free. And who's majority in prison?
It's the black people, yeah.
Yeah. So
It's
every
modern.
time-
It's literally modern day slavery.
Exactly.
It's literally modern day
Yeah.
slavery.
Yeah.
And then
'cause
back to that, changing the incentive as to why you put people in prison and not making everything you do based upon capitalism, not
Yeah.
ruining people's lives. So I think abolishing the police is great, and then abolishing prison complexes is the way forward. It just
I
doesn't
think
work.
I would say abolishing the police as we know it, but
Yes.
maybe putting
Of course,
it,
there needs to be a system.
yeah,
in it.
some
I'm
kind
not,
of yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
calling
yeah.
for that at
Oh
all.
yeah.
There needs to be some kind of law and order. But if you actually focus on, okay, people are raping people, what are the reasons why? How do we stop it? Because there are rapists everywhere. There are rapists that haven't been caught. There are rapists that haven't been in prison.
Yeah.
But there are so many innocent black people that are in prison. This system doesn't work.
The whole system.
More preventative systems as to, okay, what causes all of these behaviours and how do we stop them, first and foremost. And then
An honest look at what causes the problems.
Definitely.
That's what Carla was talking about as well.
Money's
Like
important. Money needs to be read around.
The whole police, the prison system is overpopulated with like people that's been unfairly convicted.
Petty crimes.
Petty crimes. And then you got the real criminals out there who are generally white, middle-aged, but just because they're wearing suits are in the capital.
The biggest criminals wear the suits, man.
Yeah, exactly. But they're still robbing people, but they care about the people just selling drugs on the road. But where did the drugs come from, though? Because someone put it there, which is obviously the government. They planted the drugs there, so it's just all a system to just capture black people in it and just
And
incriminate
profit off black bodies and not see them as human beings.
They will never, at no point in history since slavery and not to today, at no point in history have black people ever been seen with the same respect, dignity, the same humanity as.
And when they get it, when there is a Black Wall Street, when you're just close to getting to a place where you can function, what do you do? Burn it down. And
crash it down.
Have you heard of Black Wall Street?
That's what
what she's talking about. Yeah.
Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like, they literally the KKK literally burned down the whole. They had their own ecosystem. Like there was banks there, black-owned banks, black-owned butchers, supermarkets.
Yeah.
Convenience stores, mechanics, bars, everything.
Because even the business, the business world is a manipulation of what black people's interests.
Yeah.
So you know how a lot of black people like to fantasize on maybe driving Mercedes and wearing gold chains and having a lot of designer in it. This is all stemmed from a racism, inferior, of course. So there used to be commercials back in the day, racist commercials on how to get black people to buy into your business.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They target black people with that.
Yeah,
black women to be
exactly.
particular.
So basically, they do that in a way of so when another black person sees that black person wearing the stuff, they'll buy it as well.
Yeah.
And then it makes them invest into things that are just gonna. Basically, it's just gonna make them continue to go downwards instead of upwards. So
the whole point is by design. It's by design. To make black people are basic. The system is designed to make black people and ethnic minorities fail and make life as difficult as possible for us. In order
do you think we could ever have a Black Wall Street again?
I think if we do, it will not come. At least within the next 40 to 50 years, I believe that. I genuinely believe that there needs to be
to be honest, what's stopping it from happening? What is actually stopping it from happening?
It's the system that's currently in place and people's inability to understand or accept that. Okay, yeah, we as ethnic minorities, we as black people, our lives are not necessarily the easiest. There is a whole system in place.
You know what?
But I think that's kind of there are different ideas that have led into different communities. So I'm Nigerian. And in Nigeria, if you see lots of corruption, everyone is out for themselves. It's they've imported this American dream, this idea that
Western ideologies.
Western ideologies of I'm out
Capitalism.
for myself. Let me do this for myself. So when you're here and you're trying to buy this designer has Gucci's got racist campaigns, but you'll still buy it because the drip. If you have a bigger understanding of the vision, of the purpose, of where the community is going, then you will invest in each other. Then you will come together. Then you will group together. But it's lack of foresight, and that's what you need. Put your money where your mouth is, and actually try and help future generations and future communities.
Yeah.
But the reality is,
and we need to come together as a community as well.
Yeah,
which is something we don't have.
Important.
If you look at the Jewish community, look at the Amish community, you look at the Asian community, the Arab communities, they spend money within themselves. So they have businesses for themselves.
Yeah.
They spend back within themselves. They continue to invest within their own communities. And that's why you go to places like North, like you guys from North. You go to places in North London, you will see just predominantly Jewish areas, and they have all of these rows of schools, shops, police. But because they've thought about it, they've come together, and it's been years in the making. And obviously have some kind of understanding. Yeah, they've
So
been
you
oppressed
think,
for long.
so you think as black people we need more structure, pretty much.
We need more structure. We need more guidance.
I think so as well.
But
I think as a whole, innit? Because
I don't think so. I think
you
we
have
can do
your
it.
individuals that kind of that have the know-how in it, and they know how the system works, and they're always being educated.
But then anyone
But
can learn
then
how
you
the
got
system
others that kind of that don't.
We don't respect those people though. In reality,
True, when they come out and speak,
when they
yeah.
come out and speak and they try to start a business, you do
Yeah,
see that
true.
a lot of people say black people don't support black businesses. We're not pro-black enough because of many reasons.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like even me, I want to start a business, or even when you're looking into it, the funding, you don't have the same capital to start a business to create the services that people would desire.
Yeah, yeah.
So we are very easy as a black community to go and shop elsewhere. Like they even say that the black queen spends the least amount of time in this.
Within its own community, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how they work that out.
I don't even know. Like I think it's just they just look at how quickly the pound or the dollar was in our community on our own products and how quickly we should spend it elsewhere.
Yeah.
And we have a buying power of $1 trillion as a community.
It's a very strong buying power.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I'm
then
saying?
we're not spending it within the community. We're not building ourselves up.
Yeah, so because we're putting so much value into these other brands, is that even remember Jay Huss had his own clothing
I
line.
remember that. Yeah. People
And
were
yeah,
doubting
a lot
it.
of
People were
people
like,
were like,
it's too expensive.
It's too expensive. See what I'm saying?
But it's like
But
why?
why are they saying that?
It's almost like a lose-lose, isn't it? Because it's almost like a lose-lose because like on the one hand you're saying, oh, we need to support black businesses, but then when black businesses actually come about and we need to actually support our people, no one wants to do it. Everyone wants to ask
It's
for
all
discounts.
talk. It's
Everyone wants
just
to
all
ask for like,
talk,
let me get that half price, bro. Like,
Always.
you know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't go into
Always
Gucci
a
and do that.
discount.
You wouldn't go to Tommy Hilfiger and ask for half price. Like,
Let me get
you couldn't even do that. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's very embarrassing. So
Do you
man.
think maybe
Short
we
thing.
teach ourselves as black people when we do start?
Unintentionally, yeah.
I think that within the community, people don't take it as seriously as they take other brands, other groups, other businesses, and I think that's a big problem within the community.
I think this is going to sound hella controversial, but I think there's like an
I like
expectation.
controversy. I'm
Go on,
ready.
go on.
I feel like there's
Controversy.
an expectation that the services will not match up, or that the black people will fail. And listen to me. So
No,
if you
I mean-
see, there's someone that I really respect. She's a black celebrity. If you see her whole team, they're all white. If you see lots of people behind people, they're all white.
They're white, yeah.
And we were talking about this before. Like a black business, sometimes when I have bought at black businesses, sometimes. And I understand
It's a
that
bit
they're-
unprofessional.
Sometimes,
Yeah, the customer service
Sometimes
is-
the customer service is not what I
You
would
go to the
expect.
you go to the Caribbean.
But then at the
we
same
don't have
time,
that.
No. But
don't have
it
that.
has to be.
Yeah.
You know the food's gonna taste good if the.
yeah.
Like you just know, because
And-
like if they're too polite, you know they're polite for
Sometimes
a
you
reason.
just
like,
walking down the dumplings just.
exactly.
And I
you
think
just
that
know.
sometimes people bring those negative expectations, like it might take a bit longer, or I may not be served
Yeah.
the same way, or
I might not get my refund.
Yeah, I might not get my refund.
Oh, that's a at Spade.